What's good, y'all? Lonnie Appleton here. If you have a couple of minutes, I am talking about a very tentacle-y rabbit hole that I have gone down. Brought out the handy dandy whiteboard. Number 1, don't see the point. I dropped my board and lost my word. Number 2, fear. Number 3, unaliving. Number 4, satisfied. Now I have gone down a long tangent rabbity hole behind number 4. And I somehow have to circle back to number 4. Because I started talking about purpose. You don't get to number 4 unless you have aligned and you are walking in your purpose. And you know it. Just something clicks inside of you where you're just like, boom, this is it. And that's where I'm at right now. Boom, this is it. I am walking in my purpose. I know 110%. I just need to detach from colonialism. Thank you, Amber. I need to detach from colonialism to understand, is this the lesson you want me to learn? I told you it's the leech in the back of my head. Y'all gotta watch the previous videos. I'm not crazy. Everything is explained back there. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to derive from this. I have been wondering why we have been in this space for so long. I was like, what is it that we're supposed to learn? And I keep pulling lessons from this space that we're in. I'm just like, okay, is this it? I'm just like, is this it? Is this it? You know, I'm just like, what the fuck are we supposed to learn from this space that we're in so we can get the fuck up out of here? Because I'm tired. I was tired, boss. I was tired. And so I'm walking in purpose. And if I could have detached from colonialism, I've succeeded. I've achieved what I came here to do. Now, there's some fun I want to have in the physical world, and I want to enjoy my family as long as possible. But what I'm saying is, I no longer feel number 2. Because number 2 is attached to not achieving what you came here to do. But once you achieve what you came here to do and you feel it in your soul and your spirit, because your soul knew your spirit had to catch up. So I can actually hear my soul or my soul family or my angels, guides, ancestors, however you want to frame them. What's good, y'all? Lonnie Appleton here. If you have a couple of minutes, I am talking about the 4 stages of thoughts towards death, according to me. We're covering them, and now I'm testifying about souls and spirits. Don't see the point, fear, number 3, and satisfied. I'm in number 4 right now, and I was just going into what it feels to be satisfied, for your spirit to finally align with your soul. And the whole time, my soul has known why I'm here. And my spirit, which is Lonnie, you know, the fresh face me, I've had no idea. I've had a feeling, but I didn't know. And so I've had all these different expressions throughout my life, and all these times that I've bumped up against something and I've quit, failure, woe is me, God, you must hate me. I've written books, I've done online TV shows, I've done online talk shows, I've done meet and greets and all these different things just to try. I literally used to try to be the next Melissa Ford, because if I show my ass, they'll pay me attention, and then I can tell them something. Like, I have tried to reach people so many freaking ways. That's hilarious. So I knew. On the spirit side, I knew. But I didn't know how. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, divine alignment. I couldn't have got on the scene back then because the message that I was sending, and I learned this from Amber, I learned so much from her. Had I got on then, I would have been spewing toxicity into the universe, into the world, into your ether. Maybe not yours, but somebody's. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, I'm thankful. Because though I was having or experiencing my awakening, I was coming from a very toxic place. The whole reason why I went inside of myself and started trying to figure out who I was because I was pissed off that nobody liked me. And I was like, why doesn't anybody fucking like me? And so that's why I started doing soul searching. And because of that soul searching, I did start having revelations, but those revelations were bitter. And I would have been spewing bitterness, and people would have related to that stuff because we're supposed to stay in a bitter state. I think I may have figured out why people mask. So I'm hanging up the laundry and I'm thinking about clothes, how we dress, and I don't know what the rabbit hole was that I was going down that made me realize I think the reason why we mask is because those of us who mask, depending on the degree, also being hypercritical of others, being judgmental, all of these are things that are learned from home as a child. So then it led me to ask the question, those of you who are truly not being your authentic self, and you can have that truth moment with yourself, you don't have to tell me. Those of you who are deeply unhappy are those who are probably masking, and you are not being your authentic self, and a part of you knows that. But you've created this huge life around this falsehood, and so what are you going to do about it? I may not be able to help you without you having to dismantle your entire existence, which it'll be painful in the beginning, but you'll be more fulfilled on the back end. Just focus on the back end. But for those of us who are raising the next generation of potential mask wearers, I asked that generation, how critical of you were your parents? How critical and how much did your parents pick on what you wore, how you spoke, how you did your hair, so forth and so on? I believe the reason why we mask is because our parents are so hypercritical of us that we have to pretend to be who they want us to be. We have to please mom and dad in order not to hear their mouths. Individuality be damned. And I think that carries on into society because society is also hypercritical of everything we do. Remember the sheep herders. We all got a little bit of bully in us. If we have a comment or an opinion on how somebody else is doing something, we have a little bit of bully in us. Because what does that have to do with you? Why are you concerned with what the next man is doing when you can't even figure out what you're doing? So I believe that the masking started in our childhood to shut our parents up and to please them. Then we go into society, and to appease society, we continue to mask and fall in line and do what they want. And depending on the level of popularity we seek, we mask extra hard so that we could be top dog. Top dog don't even want to be top dog. Top dog feels fulfilled because they have successfully masked and now they're getting all the accolades for the false identity they created. Chances are top dog is deeply troubled because when you're so busy living your life to appease other people, you never get a chance to appease yourself. So I'm thinking the masking starts at home. It starts with us being overcritical, especially with all of you internet, Instagram parents dressing y'all kids up all fancy for likes and views. You are definitely setting your kid up. Just pay attention to that. Allow your kid to be authentically them now so they are not adults who are masking.